Thank you for coming back from our replay reviews. My name is Leah.
And my name is Kathy.
We are two friends who are here to replay, review, and analyze your favorite video games. And since Kathy has never seen the games before, it helps me view them through her fresh eyes, almost like I'm discovering them again for the first time.
We hope it'll be a similar experience for you.
Alright,
It's finally here.
welcome to Season 3. It has been quite a while. Anything you want to say right off the bat, Kathy?
Thank you for being patient as we were gone for a whole half a year, but I hope you're as excited as we are.
Yes, it's been kind of nuts for us. Things have been weird. It's been a weird off season, but we're back. We're starting out first game of the season with Kathy's choice this year. She picked Sleeping Dogs. Why'd you pick it, Kathy?
I actually had it as a recommendation, so shout out to my brother-in-law. And I'm Chinese, this game's Chinese, and so it's a perfect match.
The motherland. We need to find one for my motherland.
Yes, any Swedish games, guys, please drop in a recommendation.
Should I do the out of context summary?
Yeah,
Alright.
it's very enthusiastic, yeah.
It was, actually. You were excited.
I am.
In this episode, we learn of a more secure place to put our cell phones, and apparently we might also be able to find some bok choy up there too. And we learn that the gang is dealing Special K. Freeze-dried strawberries
Some cereal.
and everything. Alright, so scene 1, we're watching a drug deal that is being surveilled, and it goes wrong when a security guard stumbles upon the scene and is brutally murdered. And this spurs on a police chase, which ends with our main character, Wei, being arrested. And then in jail, he reconnects with one of his old friends, Jackie.
We start this game with so much violence with the murder scene. It's like John Wick cartoon form. But I'm also very excited as soon as they started talking in Cantonese in the beginning. I got really excited because I forgot that it takes place in Hong Kong. And so I was like, I know that language. It's the Leonardo DiCaprio meme of just pointing his finger. And I was like, it's Cantonese. So pretty excited about that. Pretty excited about all the cursing that goes on because it's part of my vocabulary too.
Yeah, you have to fill us in anytime that the subtitles don't do it justice. You gotta let us know.
I feel like all the mother effers that they say, there's such a big variety of it in Cantonese, and they're saying different versions of it, but it all gets translated into mother effer. And so there's ones that include like mother reproductive parts and then male reproductive parts. Mother being that it's always referring to your mom.
This is a quick reminder, or if you're a new listener, Kathy does not curse, and I'm on a mission to get her to curse, and this is why she's saying reproductive parts and not dick.
Well, no. It's referring to the C words for both guys and females.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same point. You're not gonna say it,
Yes.
but one day you will.
I will curse in Chinese, and so
That's not fair.
not in
What's the
English.
difference?
Same difference. Anyways, I'm just very excited that there's a lot of cursing in my language. It's pretty exciting for all the ABCs out there. This is really good with TVB reference, so for all the listeners out there who know what I'm talking about, please let me know what you think. But anyways, back to the game. The start of it reminds me of like Heavy Rain. Like it has the same kind of vibe going on, and I don't know if it's aesthetic or what exactly it is, but it makes me think about Heavy Rain.
It's funny you say that because Pendrew, who we'll meet later on in the scene, he just seems like a character model that was pulled straight out of Heavy Rain. Even the way he talks, he's got a weird Heavy Rain accent. So I kind of understand where you're coming from. There is something about this game that feels a little similar.
The handler, Raymond, kind of is like a parallel to Blake from Heavy Rain when he has to like deal with Lauren. It's just like, don't want to do so, but in the end you do kind of be their handler.
I guess since we're dropping all these names, we should probably go through
yeah.
this scene and explain who they are. So, in the
Yes.
holding cell, I guess, Wei runs into his friend Jackie, and he talks about them being from Old Prosperity, and some guy named Winston, who is now a red pole in the Sun On Yi. And I guess they go back a ways, all three of them. And then another person that they call Dog Eyes is also a red pole, but they don't seem to like him as much. Wei and Jackie end their connection, with Wei implying that he's interested in joining up with them. And then pretty quickly we learn that Wei is actually an undercover cop, and he was meant to make contact with Jackie as a way to infiltrate the Triad. And then this is where we meet Raymond and Pendrew.
Pendrew's accent that's what really triggered me to think about Heavy Rain. Jackie, I feel like he's either really like best buds and is going to die for Wei, kind of like a Shinji situation, or it's going to be like he's going to betray Wei because he's threatened, and so he's going to be like, I'm sorry, Wei, I had to do this, and he's going to die either way.
He's already being used. Not great for Jackie so far. So, Pendrew is, I don't know, a higher-up, I guess, and then Raymond is Wei's handler. And basically their goal is they want all the red poles in the Triad. And Pendrew says that previous attempts haven't panned out. They end their meeting, and after Wei leaves, Raymond and Pendrew have a little conversation, and Raymond expresses concern about Wei's discipline and references that he may hold a grudge against the Triad for what happened to his family.
Uh-oh. What's gonna go on? Sorry. I'm being really weird. It's really weird recording again.
Hey, first one of the season. It always is. Anyway, in scene 2, Jackie introduces Wei to Winston. So on the way to meet Winston and the gang, Wei and Jackie, I don't know where they are. They're in a building. Jackie's clearly interested in this woman, Ju Mei. She just says,
Jackie, you know my parents don't want you to talk to me.
Any mother would not want their child to be talking with some mafia person, so I really don't blame her mom. But it also sounds like she's like 14 and he's like 30 and preying on her.
why? What? Why?
Well, just like the whole exchange, it seems like she needs her parents to talk for her. So,
What are they saying in Cantonese that we don't know here?
I don't think it's anything bad, but it's very, I'm getting secondhand embarrassment for Jackie.
Okay. I was like, I did not pick up on her being that young. Is there
No, she's
something I
not,
didn't
she's
understand? Okay.
No, okay.
Anyway, he gets rejected in sort of a backhanded kind of way. After a quick fight tutorial here, we finally make it to Winston. And it seems that the gang is pretty paranoid, and they reference that they recently had a rat. And so Wei does not get a particularly warm welcome, and he sort of shoulder checks Conroy. I always want to say Conrad, but it's Conroy. But then later in the scene, he gets him back. They exchange shoulder checks, so there's a little bit of a like sizing up going on.
Mm-hmm. There's some, my dick is bigger than your dick.
That's the closest that we've gotten so far to cursing.
Okay.
So close.
But anyways, so far in this game though, I really do like all the details. I love how there's roast duck hanging by the windows, which is pretty accurate. I have yet to take you to a roast duck place, Leah, so we need to go grab some roasted duck. I do like how similar this is to Yakuza. It feels very nostalgic in a way to Y0 with the whole fighting tutorials and but the sound of people getting hurt or like the fighting scenes where the guy he's just like screaming and groaning and it's just so funny because it's like high pitch. I don't know what's up with that, and I could not stop laughing every single time
loving
someone gets
it.
beaten up.
I think I prefer in Yakuza when they land just butt to the sky and it freeze frames on them. I think that takes the cake for me.
Okay.
I think this scene is the first time, I believe, that we hear a reference to Wei's sister. Apparently, she was hot, and she hung out with Dog Eyes, and now she's dead. We learned a lot about her in like 2 sentences, did you have any thoughts about Mimi at this point?
I'm kind of concerned about what's going on in his family background and if its past is going to haunt him or what exactly is going to go on with the ties between the sister. And it's giving me crap from Yakuza. What's her name? The one with the tattoo. I forgot her name.
Dang, we didn't like her so much we just completely forgot her name. Yumi.
Yumi, yeah. I'm concerned if there's going to be some kind of parallel similar to how Yumi's in between things and how her past is going to haunt Wei.
Agreed. I mean, I feel like we learned pretty quickly her death could be maybe what Raymond was referencing. Maybe there's more to it. But Winston is still sizing up Wei and says, "Are you fearless or just crazy?" And Wei's response is so good. He just goes, "Try capable."
I'm really liking Wei's character for, like, with all things happening about how he got here and whatever history he has, which we'll learn more about it. I think he's a pretty chill guy right now.
Yeah, I like him too. And we do learn that he spent about 15 years, I think, in the States. It sounds like he was also an undercover cop in the States as well. So he's experienced. But now he's doing this with people that he knows personally. So it's going to be different.
It's going to backfire.
Yeah, like you can totally see where Raymond's concern is coming from at this point. So after passing, I guess, the initial test, Wei is sent out on another test, a test run, and Dog Eyes interrupts this. He wants to share the night market with Winston, who currently owns it. And he also throws some pretty nasty insults about Wei's sister out there. And then at the end of the interaction, Winston refuses to split the night market with him. And I have to say, I noted your reaction after this Dog Eyes scene was just kill him.
Oh, yes. I'm mad. How can Wei be so calm when he should have, like, beat the crap out of Dog Eyes for saying such disrespectful things about his sister? Should have beat the crap out of him.
You do see his face get mad, like he's pissed, but I agree. Kill him. Wei is the first person to have stabbed him, apparently, and with a pen. So, somehow I feel like that would hurt worse than a knife, because the shape of it.
I hope it leaves a scar.
I wonder if it left ink. Like a tattoo. Do you think it would tattoo him? We're getting too deep into this already. It's only been 5 seconds talking about the pen stabbing, but we're already talking about it too much. Alright, so Winston sends Jackie and Wei to the night market to ensure that everyone is aware that he owns it. And then on the way there, the two of them chat and we learn that Mimi overdosed and that's how she died and that Dog Eyes is the person that got her hooked.
I hope Dog Eye dies for doing that to Mimi.
General consensus, deserves to die. And then while extorting some of the night market vendors, one of them responds,
"Go tell Winston to stick a bak choy up his ass."
and I don't know why, that line just really got me. Kind of like the screeches got you. It's just the visual, you know? Is it a baby bok choy or full-sized?
I hope it's a full-size bok choy, but also the shape of the bok choy is that it's like leafy and you're just like shoving that thing out and it's pretty...
Well, extra greenery. Okay. Moving on. While at the night market, Jackie says that they have an image to maintain and so Wei needs to get some new clothes. But Jackie's wearing a rather large fanny pack. And is that really the image that they're going for?
I'm curious what year this is taking place in, because if this was like the 80s, I could see the fanny pack working, but if this is now...
It took place modern day, which would have been around 2012.
Yeah, the fanny pack is a no-go.
Especially in 2012. Anyway, so the best options we had are a wife beater tank top, which they all seem to wear in some variety, and orange sweatpants. That's the best we could do. And that is the image that they need to maintain. Okay, so after the night market, Wei is sent to go make an example out of Ming, somebody who is, I guess, kind of a traitor. Winston says, "This guy Ming asked me to look out for him while he did business. Special K, mostly." And this is where, when you have no context of the game so far, you think that they're dealing boxes of cereal. That's what I know Special K as.
Do we know what the K stands for?
Soon we will. Ketamine.
Okay.
Why did they choose to say Special K? It's not even that good.
I'm looking at Special K versus just ketamine, and I think Special K, according to the NIH, it says Special K is a street drug made from the aesthetic ketamine, and it is abused by a select group of patients.
But it's an actual term. That's funny. I did not find that in my Google search. I only found the cereal. Alright, so we're chasing down Ming, and this lady, at 30 minutes, 30 seconds, she has absolutely no survival instincts to speak of. She's running in the same direction as both of them, and is in the way for a solid minute before she stops. Anyway.
Get out of the way.
Wei gets a little carried away handling Ming and doesn't notice the police closing in, who promptly arrest him. And this is when you were like, again? You get arrested again? And he's a little too good at being a criminal.
So Inspector Ting is the one who's dealing all this, and she's pretty pissed, especially when Penway, what's the guy's name again?
Pendrew, you cannot. Last night you said Pendu.
Pen. That's such a weird name, the Pendrew. Sorry, all the Pendrews out there.
Not as weird as Pendu.
Anyways, Pendrew. So she's pretty pissed that Pendrew comes in, but also he immediately spills the beans and says that, well, he's an undercover person. Do you want a microphone with that so everyone knows?
That was pretty much Wei's reaction too.
Yeah, but she's a bit similar to Raymond, where she's hesitant to work with him, and I get it. They don't really know him. They haven't established any rapport, and he's been arrested twice.
From this interaction, to me, it seems like Inspector Tang is really good at her job, and so Pendrew is kind of forced to reveal the truth to her. But I like her so far. They let Wei go again. And he goes to sleep and he has, I guess, nightmares where he hears quotes that we've experienced from the game so far.
Maybe, I'm predicting, maybe accidentally say something in his dreams when he's, I don't know, sleeping with someone from the enemy.
What a twist. Are we ready for scene 3? It's a short scene.
Yeah.
Very short scene. Basically, Tang is pissed. But Wei extends an olive branch and offers to help bring down a drug dealer named Popstar. It's kind of, I call it a classy burn. And this is why I like her character so much. She's kind of surprised about Wei's olive branch. And her quote is, "I'm used to Pendrew's people being more like him."
I was also curious if they're going to make Tang and Wei a couple for the romance plot that video games seem to need.
So after starting to track down Popstar, Wei and Jackie go on a little mission and they rip off some cheap watches from Dog Eyes, so a little hit there. He's not dead, but they mess with him.
Also, it's pretty stupid to think that wearing a single mask and a hat is going to help disguise himself as not one of Winston's people. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Especially when you have Jackie in the background going, "Yeah, get him, Wei. Get him."
Right?
What are you doing?
But he's also a great hype man.
He is. We'll give him that. So Wei continues to work with Tang and also builds some trust with Winston as Dog Eyes continues to push into their territory. So at the top of the scene, Wei continues to help Tang take down Popstar. We're going to like a drug deal spot, right? To hack the camera, to then spy on the drug dealers, I guess. And to hack the camera, he needs his phone. And he pulls his phone just straight out of his right out of the crack at 58 minutes and 16 seconds. Like, he really scooped it out of there.
And the thing is, he has a fanny pack, but he's not using it. So what is he carrying in the fanny pack that needs him to store his phone in his butt?
Does he have a fanny pack? Way?
Actually, I don't think he
I
does.
don't think he does.
For some reason, I pictured him to have a fanny pack with those pants.
But to your point, pockets,
Yeah.
right? Anyway, anything before we get to the bus driving section?
Well, I also feel like he's doing a lot of work for, like, a lot of police work, considering he's supposed to be a criminal. And it might be one of those things where the police are just trying to kill two birds with one stone, where they're having him do all their work so they don't need to get that thing done. And also being able to see where his loyalties lie.
Yeah, I think so, because the drug dealers that he's working to take down, I believe, are involved with their triad in some way, so he's sort of playing both sides a little bit. Well, not really playing both sides, but playing the triad for sure. So they want to send another message to Dog Eyes. They're sent out to take a bus route back. And one of the gang members, Conroy, I believe, compliments Way's fighting and then says,
Yeah, we have another guy with us a while back. He was good with his fist too. Came out of nowhere. Good story. Didn't talk much. You remind me of him. A lot. Turned out he was a cop. That's why he couldn't kill anyone, see? So now we know how to spot a rat.
does he know?
I think he's testing him to see what kind of reactions he has.
And then it sounds like this guy, like poor Buddy got found out and was tortured and then buried alive? Okay, back to catching Popstar. Way's able to get plenty of evidence and he gets taken down. I have a question. So there's a part in the scene where he needs to get closer to Popstar and he has to get past security. And to do this, he pretends to be drunk and throws up. How do you just throw up on command like that without, like,
Right?
sticking your fingers or anything in your throat?
That is literally what I wrote down and what I was like, we need to talk about this because does he do this a lot? Does he have an eating disorder? How is he able to do this so quickly? Or maybe he has experience of making his sister throw up just to get her to not OD or something. I don't know.
You took that to a dark place.
Oh. I just think he's too good at it and it's suspicious.
Yeah, how do you just throw up on command? He does take down Popstar, so mission accomplished. And then we're back to Winston, and he sends Way to Club Bam Bam to tell some guy named Benny to stop dealing with Dog Eyes. And then outside the club, when we're trying to get past security, there's like an advertisement in the background for, I think, a cologne. And it's called Gulag.
Smell this gulag.
And I don't know why that sounds like the most disgusting smelling.
I am imagining the perfume or cologne being very gooey.
To me, it just, I don't know, it sounds like a dish, like a food. Gulag. Gulag was a system of Soviet labor camps, and detention and transit camps and prisons.
There's also goulash, which is a soup or a stew of meat and vegetables seasoned with paprika and other spices. Originates from Hungary.
So I think we're gonna not be buying that scent. We have to do karaoke. Yeah, apparently we have to do that in a lot of games, I'm learning. Pretty conspicuous song choice.
Before we talk about that, can we talk about how lame the setup is, though? Like, when he goes in, everything's lame, which means that I'm not surprised there's only one choice for a song. It makes Heavy Rain Club Scene look way more popular than the stupid karaoke setup and stupid dancing and stupid song to sing and the stupid air guitar
The
scenes.
guitar solo was cringy.
Right? It's very pathetic. And as my niece says, chuggy.
We also noticed that when he's walking through the club, he's sort of bopping a little bit.
It's like bopping his head.
He likes it. He's got the gulag on, and he's singing whatever the song is, I fought the law and the law won.
So proud of himself.
He's in the zone, and he's going to take down Benny. And he does eventually fight through a bunch of people and corners Benny in the bathroom. Did you notice when he's fighting all the goons in the bathroom, Benny's stupid head popping up over the bathroom stall?
Oh, I didn't notice that. But I do want to circle back to one thing. Talking about rats and stuff, you notice how of all the zodiacs that the Kung Fu Sifu has, the only one he kept was the jade rat, or the one that wasn't stolen was the jade rat?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any symbolism in that.
We kind of skipped over that part. It's not very important. But Wei runs into an American tourist. He wants to go to this fighting school, and it turns out Wei used to train there. And then, there's these Chinese calendar statues. And the only one that he has is the rat, and the rest have been stolen. So, there's been a lot of references to rats so far.
And the thing is, we were born in the year of the rat.
Were we? What does that mean?
Yeah. It just means if you're born in 96, that's our zodiac year. So instead of
well, yeah, I know that.
horoscopes being
What
by
does it
months-
mean?
I don't know. I mean, we're just year of the rats.
There's nothing about it.
Well, I mean, there is. I just don't know enough about it. I think that
okay.
we're very smart, intelligent people.
Anything else about tourist Amanda / Amy? Who goes? Okay, we need to address this actually. In what world are Amy and Amanda interchangeable? Those are different names.
I mean, they're both pretty white people names, so.
But
Or
how do
a
you say
Chinese
my name's
seafood.
Amanda or Amy? Like,
Oh.
no. Pick one.
Well, maybe she has like a twin sister kind of situation, so she goes with both names.
But that's
I
kind
don't
of proving
know.
my point. If it goes that deep, why is it in the game? Who cares? Pick a name.
I don't know. Right? But also, why the motorcycle scene again? Cue flashbacks to Madison from Heavy Rain.
Oh no.
It's like, do we even need this kind of scene?
No. We don't. It introduces the fighting school, which you can go and upgrade your fighting abilities. Other than that,
Oh, okay.
you can definitely bang Amanda at some point,
What?
but it's not integral to the plot. So I didn't include it in our gameplay.
Yeah, please don't.
Anything else from scene 4?
Nope.
So we've taken, like 3 or 4 shots at Dog Eyes already? He's not going to be happy. I'm waiting for you to say kill him.
Oh, kill him.
All right, 5th and final scene. Are we ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
It's another very short one, but I felt like it needed to be its own one because Wei meets with Raymond face to face for the first time. Wei seems very tense. And they sort of have a little power struggle between the two of them. And maybe even though Pendrew's not here, it seems like he's kind of involved with the power struggle too, in a way.
There's a point where Wei goes, "We are not the same," and I don't blame him for thinking that because although they both are police officers in a way, one's doing a lot of dirty work while the other one's just monitoring. So I can see why Wei has a lot of resentment. I'm also curious though if maybe he blames him because he didn't stop Mimi or he arrested her, or I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of history going on that we just don't know.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a distrust of the system.
Yeah. And maybe their relationship will get better. Maybe it'll get worse. But I'm going to put a theory out there that at some point, maybe Pendrew's going to betray Wei and Wei is going to seek Raymond out for help. Or Raymond's going to offer that help.
Yeah. Like, there's definitely tension between them, but you also kind of get the sense that Raymond is kind of like Tang, where they actually are trying to do their jobs well. And like we said, you can see why Raymond is a little hesitant about the situation, especially when Wei comes into this meeting as hot as he did.
I'm really liking this game so far. It really gives me that same excitement as watching Y0 for the first time. It was just like, the storyline's pretty good. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen and how it's going to compare to all the other kind of mafia-ish games that we are going to be playing.
Yeah, we do like a mafia game. We are going to be tracking things in this gameplay. series, but Kathy, I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'm not going to tell you until the summary episode because I feel like you could, kind of keep track a little bit on your own. I will tell you one of the categories is a new category. One of them is one that we've done before a time or two.
PPs. It has to be PPs. I was about to ask you, what are we tracking this season? Or this game? Because you do some crazy driving, and I laughed at a few times where you just like backed into something.
Actually, thank you for bringing that up. I forgot to mention that, especially on the way to in the watch mission.
Yeah.
I need to issue an apology to Hangar 24, whoever made Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I will never again complain about the driving mechanics in Mafia because compared to Sleeping Dogs, they are a dream. The driving in Sleeping Dogs, I don't think anything could be worse. Once you hit a certain speed, there is no steering. You cannot turn. It does what it wants. When you reverse, it like inverts the camera. It's sickening. It's horrible. And I just have to say I'm sorry. I will never, ever complain about driving in Mafia. Ever again.
It was so funny. I was like, Leah, what are you doing? But I laughed so hard at you just... I don't know. I think at one point you just backed right into like the wall or something and you just kept going.
There was no other option. And then the part where we have to race and the game took the controls back to like do you completed the race scene.
That part.
It kept the gas going. Unbeknownst to me, I couldn't stop it, and it just smashes straight into a pole and away just ragdolls out the windshield. It's pretty great.
That was too funny. I was laughing so hard. That was too funny. Oh gosh, that was too funny.
As much of a pain in the ass as the driving is in this game, it is also quite entertaining. We might have to throw a compilation up at the end of the season. We're changing up a little bit for the gameplay release just so that we're not releasing so many things on one day. We're going to be releasing gameplay on Fridays instead of Thursdays now. So tomorrow, part 2 will be out, and you can watch it in preparation for episode 2 next week. All right. You want to count us off?
Yep. Audacity on 1, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to send in any questions, comments, or game suggestions. You can find all our contact info on our website, replayreviewspod.com, or contact us directly through our site.
Did we completely miss something? Are we way off the mark? Or you just want us to take a deeper look at anything from the game? We'll tackle any topics you all want to hear in our season wrap-up episode.
We also have a Reddit where we discuss anything we're curious about. Go take a look and let us know what you're thinking. Our theme music is Condemned by Eggy Toast. They'll play you out, and we'll be back next week.